The man's experience began when he suddenly passed away due to a severe heart attack. His physical body was unresponsive, and his family believed he was gone. However, as his soul separated from his body, he described a stunning sense of peace, far beyond anything he had ever felt before. He found himself floating in a vast, open space, filled with a brilliant light. The light was not blinding, but it radiated warmth, love, and infinite peace, almost like a presence he could feel deeply within every fiber of his being. It felt as though the light was embracing him, and all of his fears, anxieties, and concerns seemed to evaporate instantly. As the man moved deeper into this otherworldly realm, he encountered a presence that he immediately knew to be God. He didn't see God in a physical form, but rather in a radiant, overwhelming sense of divine energy and love. God spoke to him not through words, but through an all-knowing, intuitive understanding. It was as if the man's soul was completely immersed in God's presence, and every thought, question, and doubt was suddenly answered in an instant. In his dialogue with God, the man shared his deep curiosity about the afterlife and the purpose of life on earth. To his astonishment, God revealed some shocking truths. First, he learned that the afterlife was not a singular, static place, but a dynamic and personalized experience. People's spiritual journeys continued beyond death, and their experiences in the afterlife were shaped by their hearts, choices, and actions during their earthly lives. One of the most shocking aspects of the man's testimony was the life review he experienced in the presence of God. Instead of seeing his life from a detached perspective, the man relived key moments in vivid detail, feeling the emotions and impacts of his actions from the viewpoint of others. Every word, every action, and every unspoken thought he had was laid bare before him. He described this life review as both beautiful and painful. He saw moments where he had been loving, kind, and generous, but also times when he had acted selfishly, hurt others, or ignored his higher calling. What shocked him the most was the realization that even small, seemingly insignificant actions had profound effects on others, rippling through their lives in ways he hadn't understood at the time. He was shown the interconnectedness of all lives, and how every decision, no matter how small, played a role in the grand tapestry of human existence. What truly surprised the man was God's approach to judgment. Rather than condemning him for his mistakes, God offered a loving, compassionate understanding of his humanity. He was shown that God's judgment wasn't about punishment, but about understanding, growth, and transformation. God's love, the man realized, wasn't based on perfection or religious adherence, but on one's heart and intentions. God revealed that in the afterlife, there were no strict boundaries or eternal damnation. Rather, there was a continuous process of learning, healing, and evolving. The man was told that everyone would eventually encounter the divine love of God, but the pace and experience of this encounter depended on each individual's openness, repentance, and willingness to grow. During his dialogue with God, the man also learned the paramount importance of forgiveness. He was shown that holding on to anger, resentment, or unforgiveness created a barrier between the soul and God's love. These emotions acted like chains, keeping individuals bound to earthly suffering, and prevented spiritual growth. In contrast, forgiveness was portrayed as a key that unlocked the soul's potential for healing and connection with the divine. God emphasized that forgiveness was not about excusing wrongdoings, but about releasing the pain and allowing the soul to heal. It was a gift that allowed individuals to move forward, not only spiritually, but emotionally and mentally as well. The man realized that true liberation came through embracing love, compassion, and understanding, both toward others and toward oneself. After what felt like an eternity in the divine presence, the man was told it was not yet his time to stay in the afterlife. With deep reluctance, he was sent back to his earthly body. As he awoke, he felt an overwhelming sense of love and gratitude for his second chance at life. He knew that his experience with God had changed him forever, and that the lessons he had learned would guide him in the years to come. The man's testimony, as shocking and profound as it was, carries a powerful message for all who hear it. He urges everyone to live with love, compassion, and forgiveness in their hearts. He emphasizes the importance of being mindful of the ripple effects our actions have on others, as well as the necessity of forgiveness in healing and growing spiritually. His encounter with God, he believes, revealed that life is a precious opportunity for transformation, and that the afterlife is not a final destination, but a continuation of one's spiritual journey.